Hi everyone, I'm Heather Poduska, star maker to entrepreneurs who want to unlock their potential and command any stage. Welcome to Thrive, the show where I bring you tips, resources, and people to help you create a more abundant life and business. You are in for high-value content coming to you from industry leaders who are growing their business, making an impact, and rocking their brands. Welcome to the show. Here we go. Hi everyone, I'm Heather Poduska, founder of the Brand Star Academy, where I teach entrepreneurs how to be powerful, profitable speakers and create their own celebrity personal brands. Welcome to Thrive, the show where I bring you tips, resources, and people to help you create a more abundant life and business. Today on Thrive, we are going to be talking about what it takes to have a breakout year. It's the beginning of the year right now, the time when people are reflecting on the past and making goals and visions for the future. And I don't know about you, if you're one of those people that has everything planned out, or if you're someone who likes to kind of have a more fluid approach to their goals. Whatever that is for you, it doesn't matter for today's episode, because we're going to be talking about really how to have the best year ever, a breakout year. And what does that mean? What is a breakout year? Well, when someone is a breakout star, it usually means that they've been sort of muddling along in their path and in their journey, and then something happens that all of a sudden their trajectory just explodes and they're everywhere, and all of a sudden they're the it person in their industry or in the movies or whatever you think of for someone who has that kind of experience. Usually it's an actor or an actress, is like this is their breakout role. Now here's the thing about having a breakout move. It doesn't mean that you're an overnight success, because there is a lot of work that goes into getting to the point where you can have a breakout year. You've done the legwork. You know, those people who are overnight successes, I'm going to put that in air quotes, overnight successes in Hollywood. Usually they've been working as an actor and actress for many years. They've put in their dues. They've done commercials. They got their SAG card. They've done small roles. And then they have this breakout role, this role that is uniquely matched to their skill set, that really highlights their ability, that is suited to the way they look, to their personality. There's this zeitgeist about the role, the zeitgeist, like what is going on in the world and the culture that this material is resonating with, that really makes this just the perfect cocktail of ingredients that creates this breakout role for this person. And then what happens? They have their breakout role, and then they have like exponential success. They're invited to all of the big parties, the big after parties, but they're also given sort of this stamp of approval that, yeah, they're a player now, and they don't have to search so hard for opportunities. People want them because they've got this star quality about them. They've got this magnetism. They've got this third-party approval, right? They've got this stamp of approval. Yes, you've made it. And I want you to have a breakout year. I want to have a breakout year. And so that we're not muddling along, so that all of the hard work that you've done up to this point can be used as fuel and propulsion to really have the kind of year and the kind of success that you want and that you deserve. So we're going to talk about that. What does it take to have a breakout year? So I'm going to give you some steps to think about. The first thing to have a breakout year is to really think about what you want. What do you really want? Because here is what I have found in my own experience. Every single time I put pen to paper and plan out my goals and like have a monetary goal that I want to hit, it's a very intellectual process. And I get excited about the idea of having more money in my business. I get excited about certain, technical things or launches that I want to do. But it's not the same excitement for me as having a soul goal. And that soul goal is that thing that just makes you go, yeah, like your engine is revving on all cylinders. Like if you had that thing, the stars would align and, confetti would fall out of the sky if that thing happened. That's the kind of breakout goal. That's the kind of feeling that you need to have that breakout goal. What is it that you really, really want? Not what you think your coach wants you to have, not what your spouse thinks that you should have, not what your industry indicates would be a sign of success. And that is a really big one, because there are all these markers in different industries that demonstrate you've made it. This is the success that you should have. These are, you need a best-selling book. You need to be on television. You need to speak at this conference. You need to be on this podcast or have a podcast. Whatever those things are that are the shoulds of your industry, I want you to blow those away and just get in touch with what would be the most juicy, fun, exciting thing that you could do that would quantum leap your experience, quantum leap your name, quantum leap your fun, quantum leap your excitement and your joy. Because when you're in touch with that goal, when you're in touch with that feeling, all of the inner resources and external resources that are available to you get engaged in a completely different way. When you're excited, genuinely excited about something that is aligned with who you are and why you're on the planet, I'm not talking about your business or your household or anything like that, just like why you as a human being are on the planet. When you connect to that and the excitement around that, your creativity goes ballistic in a really good, positive way. And when you have that, there's this magnetism that's created, and people want to be a part of it. There's all this serendipity that happens. Just all of a sudden, wow, this person came, this resource came, this financial resource came. I saw an opportunity. I saw a window. I saw a path that I didn't see before. I met the right person at the right time, because you're in alignment with what you really, really want. So that is the number one thing. You have to get in touch with that deep, visceral desire, because if you don't have that, you're not going to have the energy to push through. You can push through, you can grind and make it happen. But I don't believe that that really allows for that quantum leap to happen, because that's effortful. That is striving and pushing and grinding in a way that is not fueled by excitement. It's fueled by hard work, and there's nothing wrong with hard work, but you want the origination to be something that really is aligned with your core. So the second piece is talking about work, because once you have that vision, the second thing is, okay, what do I need to make that happen? What do I really need to make that happen? So, for example, if you wanted to release a CD, say you were a singer, I wonder where I got this idea. Say you were a singer and you wanted to release a CD in the next 12 months. You might need voice lessons. You might need to work with a style coach. You might need to work with a songwriter. You might need to schedule time in your own day to write your music and to practice. You might need time to book a studio more than once. You might need to research and hire different instrumentalists. You might need to hire a publicity person, like all of these things. What do you need? So you want to start to think about, what are the pieces that I really need, and don't shortchange yourself, because I think what a lot of people do is they're like, oh, if I know this is kind of a big thing, but if I could just I know I could cut corner here, I could cut a corner here. I really want to encourage you to indulge in the idea of what you need, because if you don't, then you're not going to be looking for what you need as much. And the people and the resources that come available when you ask for what you really need is very different from when you're trying to scrape by. So give yourself the breadth, give yourself all of the resources that you need. And then you can start to make a plan to get those. And I'm telling you, when your goal is aligned with your excitement and you give yourself the space and the breadth for all of the pieces that support you and your dream, you will have more energy and motivation to work, to generate revenue, to make those things happen. Sometimes those things happen and you don't need the revenue. Just because you know what they are and you ask for help, they show up. If you let other people in on your dream, they want to support you. People get excited when people have really big visions of what they want. They want to be part of that mission. So don't be afraid to ask for help. But also, when you know the pieces that you need, you can start to generate a plan to make the money, to make those things happen. So that's the third thing, is make a plan. What are you going to do to find those pieces? Say you need to hire orchestra. Okay, then how are you going to hire the orchestra? Who do you know in your sphere of people who know players? Who do you know that has access maybe to a conservatory? Like, how are you going to get that? Then you can map out those pieces and backwards engineer what you're going to do. So first we have get in alignment with your excitement. Then be real about what you need to make that happen. Then put your plan in place. Most people put the plan, they think of something, they make the plan, and they don't do those other pieces first of getting that energetic flow going, that excitement going. And then the next piece is let people know. Let people know what you're up to so that they can support you. And I sort of mentioned that a little bit as I was talking about people want to onboard with you. But let people know what you're doing. So that, and people who support you, people that you know will be cheerleaders for you. Because when you do, you start to get, other energy out there that can help you along the way. So, and it also keeps you accountable. Because a lot of times we can be like, oh, I'm going to go for this thing, but I'm not going to tell anybody because if it doesn't work, I won't lose face. I want to tell you, if you tell people, and you are going to work harder to make it happen, and even if it doesn't happen, what you do and learn and how you grow in pursuit of your breakout goal when you are accountable to other people will propel your success. It will make you the person that you need to be for the next iteration of whatever your breakout goal is going to be. So give yourself that accountability of telling people about your goal. And then the last piece is to do the work. Just do the step by step by step by step. If you backwards engineer it, what is the first thing that you need to do? And I want to tell you a little secret that's going to help keep you motivated. If you can think that every little action that you take is a very, very important piece of work to bring your dream to fruition, you will view your work much differently. Instead of thinking of like, oh, I've got to make this phone call, or I've got to do these 5 things that are just these tedious pieces. If you are not connected to that visceral feeling for your goal, it is going to feel like a struggle. But if you're like, I know that writing down this list right now is getting me that much closer to whatever that dream goal is, to whatever that breakout goal is, I'm excited about it because I'm doing the work. I am actually making my dream come true because I am doing the work. So those are 5 pieces of figure out the visceral goal, and then you want to figure out what you need, backwards engineer the plan, tell people so that you stay accountable, and then connect the work, do the work so that it's connected to your visceral goal. And the last piece, which belongs kind of at the beginning, but I'm going to just remind you, make your breakout goal big enough so that you do get excited. And so that it's something that you can feasibly do, right? Like, it's not, if you're 5'2" and you're trying to be an NBA star, that might be a little bit harder. But you want to make it something that you think you could do, but that's big enough that has some juice behind it. Because if your goal isn't big enough, you're not going to have the level of excitement that you need to really put that energy into it. So if your financial goal for the year was like $10,000 for working 40 hours a week for 52 weeks out of the year, you're not going to be that excited about that. But if your goal was to make 500K and that was really energizing to you, that would be like, oh my gosh, what could I do with all that money? But I want to encourage you also to think about, unless your monetary goal specifically makes you swoon, like you see those numbers and you imagine opening your bank account and that just makes you go, yes, oh, I could dream all day about that. For me, that doesn't work. I need a different kind of goal. Some people it does work. So if that works for you, go for it. But a lot of times the money is just a means to an end to get something else. So think about what that other thing is and make it big enough so that you are like, if I achieved that, it would be a breakthrough. It would be my stamp. It would be a mark in the market. It would be something very validating to me that I could be like, I did that. I did that. And other people know that I did that. That was worth everything. That's the kind of goal you want to have. And I know I'm kind of jazzed up right now, but I want you to be jazzed up, because who cares if you get a whiteboard? I certainly don't care if I have a whiteboard with a bunch of numbers on it. I care about how I feel at the end of pursuing something that's meaningful to me that will impact other people in a positive way. So I would love to hear what your breakout goal is. Please hit me up. Please put it in the comments. If you're watching this on iTunes, I would love to see what it is that you plan to do for your breakout year. Also, if I can support you in any way in creating your breakout goal to help your dream come to fruition, I would love to talk to you. You can email me directly at heather@clearvoicebranding.com, or if you would like to become a star in your industry, you can go to my website and click on the consulting tab at heatherpoduska.com and go under the consulting, and you can see some of my packages under there. I am available to you. I am your cheerleader. I want you to have what you want to have. And I know that if you put your heart into it, you can. So until next time, here's to your breakthrough breakout year, and here's to hitting all your high notes. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi everyone, it's Heather again. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Thrive. Every week we try to bring you people and information to help you change your life for the better, to grow your business, to expand your thinking, and to open your heart. If you did enjoy this content, I would so appreciate it if you would go to iTunes and review us. Let us know how we're doing. We'd love to hear your thoughts and your feedback. And if you found this information helpful or useful in any way, please share it on out. Let your friends and family know about Thrive. And finally, if you'd like to know more about me, you can visit me at heatherpoduska.com. Until next time, here's to hitting all your high notes.